So I'm just going to say a few words. More people are strolling in. But first of all, I want to thank the artists that are here that spent a lot of time actually working from what first started in November by a workshop that Fabrizio Plessi gave. He was in Dubai doing an exhibition with Louis Vuitton where he created a piece called Mari Verticali. So along with the Dubai Cultural Council, he was brought to Zayed University to give a lecture 1 week, and then he came back to work with a small group of students and discuss how he could, to discuss his ideas about the work he did for Mari Verticali based on the 7 oceans, and how students could kind of use his concepts, his way of working, using technology and screens and connecting the world, thinking about fluidity and the fluidity inside of us, and that the students and alumni that were there could use that as a springboard to then look at their own environment and the things around them and the similarities that they have from one place and another. We do.
Allora, io faccio la traduzione se ricordo più o meno tutto. Allora, innanzitutto ringrazio tutte le studentesse che sono riuscite a venire e che hanno partecipato alla mostra. Non sono tutte qui purtroppo, perché in realtà sono tantissime studentesse. Questa è una mostra che è stata ispirata da un workshop tenuto da Plessi a Dubai, quando Plessi è venuto per il Louis Vuitton Trophy, e ha fatto questa mostra dove ha presentato i 7 mari verticali. E lui in realtà è stato molto affascinato dalla freschezza e dal nuovo modo di vedere l'arte da parte degli artisti degli Emirati, ed è stato molto sorpreso, proprio anche molto contento di iniziare questa collaborazione con gli studenti, per cui li ha incontrati una prima volta e, stupito da questa cosa, è ritornato e ha ridiscusso il suo lavoro con loro, ma anche per avere lui un feedback da parte degli studenti, perché alla fine ha trovato che ci siano molte similitudini tra il suo lavoro, per cui il discorso di fluidità, i mari, i 7 mari, l'acqua che c'è dentro di noi, al di fuori di noi, e tutto il discorso di continuità, con un discorso che ha a che fare con questi paesi arabi, paesi emergenti, per cui l'acqua, la sabbia, la trasformazione, soprattutto questa grande trasformazione grazie o a causa dell'intervento dell'uomo, perché una creazione di un nuovo mondo. Cosa ho dimenticato? Più o meno così. Janet e Karen sono qui, rappresentano l'Università Zayed, Janet a Dubai, Karen ad Abu Dhabi. Le opere in mostra sono di artisti sia di Abu Dhabi che da Dubai. Credo anche, io posso permettermi dall'esterno di dire che si può anche vedere, alla fine si può fare forse anche un po' una somma e dire quali vengono da Abu Dhabi e da Dubai. Si può fare una differenza? Forse? Ok, vabbè, questo è un punto di domanda.
A few things that Sarah said that I forgot about. First of all, I'm Janet Bellotto. I'm the co-chair of the art department at Zayed University in Dubai. This is my colleague Karen Arenas in Abu Dhabi. One thing that Sarah said, when Plessi came to do the first lecture and he was introduced to the students for the first time and actually got to engage with him, he's done a few things. He was in Sharjah once doing something with the foundation, but he was very captured by actually being able to talk to them and see this young creative force actually coming from this very young country. So that actually encouraged him to want to also come back. He actually, wanted to make that happen and come and do the workshop and have an exchange and listen to what the students had to say about their experience of seeing his work. So for him to have come back today, he was really happy and wants to actually continue to bring forward this collaboration outside of this first exhibition and talk more, maybe bring, widen how the pieces have been created. What has happened is there's actually 64 students that were involved in the whole show, but mostly all in collaborations. And I think that was an important thing about this exchange that happened between Dubai and Abu Dhabi and Venice.
Ah, okay.
So, so working in that mode, and I think it's also a reflection of how things also work in the Emirates. This idea of thinking and talking and collaborating together to create the actual
Se capisco bene, è molto importante l'idea di collaborazione, ed è una cosa molto forte negli Emirati, il fatto che tutti gli stati in qualche modo ci sia una comunicazione, uno scambio e una reciproca ispirazione per tutto ciò che deve crescere, deve essere portato avanti, ed è questa la cosa che ha affascinato molto Plessi, che ci sia molta attività probabilmente, giusto? E che ci sono in realtà qui, ci sono delle opere, sono 64 gli artisti che espongono in questa mostra, per cui in realtà non pochi, e il fatto di tenere legati insieme tutte queste teste, queste opere e attività è una cosa molto molto complicata e difficile. La cosa bella è che lui si è reso disponibile a continuare la collaborazione, cioè da questo che ha visto vuole continuare la collaborazione, il dialogo.
And I think a lot of the works too, they range from the fluidity of the water and the sea and also the sand, and those are two things that he really looks at and takes into consideration in terms of the work he does. So he really saw a big reflection.
Yeah.
In terms of how the artists have approached those ideas. So he was really enchanted. I think we're all just happy about it in terms of how the whole exhibition came together, working from one theme, and how the different artists approached this theme. Yeah. And I just want to introduce, we have Hind bin Mathan and Baith bin Mathan, who did the installation Andante, which is the 7 camels on the floor with the 7 screens. Andante referring to the music, and it's the pace, like a walking pace, just like how the camels, so you could see actually the milk that was recorded and actually feel this movement. The other artist, Fatma Masruri, who actually, right across when you walk in, is the painting on the opposite side. I forget the title.
It's untitled. But the nice thing about this, it looks at that same fluidity in the desert, yet it's a still painting. And so the artists are looking at this movement and this rhythm that you can find when, as all of you, most of you are from the UAE or have been to the UAE, you've seen that before. And I think that it's so beautiful to see that conveyed in so many different manners here.
So, not to keep us talking forever, but I think you can ask us questions anytime. I want to say one.
If I could just say thank you to all of you who came here, to our exhibition today, but also for those of you who came here especially for the exhibition to represent your work and the United Arab Emirates. We're really, really proud to have you as our alumni. And we hope that you will continue to feel like you're a part of Zayed University. And one of our main goals is to make sure that the work of young emerging artists from the UAE is spread broadly and across the globe. So I'm very pleased today to, again, for the second time around, to have a Zayed University exhibition in Venice, and I'm looking forward to the next one in 2 years.
We have to thank Zayed University, who actually helped get us through and here and sponsoring the exhibition, even though I'm sure they can hear us. Worked very hard, and a lot of people worked very hard to help this happen, because working from Dubai, very far away, we had a great group of installers here. Enzo, which he's around, but I can't see him.
Enzo and Damiano,
which were great, who helped you know, being from somewhere else and not knowing where to get certain things that you missed, that you forgot to send, really helped a lot. I'd like to thank the Museo Diocesano who helped host us in this space and were patient for all our little bumps along the way, and the discourse that we had to wait and wait and wait. And it's just a kind of the collaboration between the different spaces
and different cultures.
Different cultures. So
every single one with its own timing.
Yes.
We also have to remember that this locale is not normally used as an exhibition space, so it added a whole other level to the organization of it.
Can we say what it is? It's a church. It's a museum of the Christianity of the Museo Diocesano. It's of the Christianity, and this room is usually used as a conference room for the straight descendant of the Pope. So all the really just a little below level of the church, of the Catholic Church. So it's a very, very important space. Actually, not only because it's an old space and has an incredible history. You have a very important museum, and this room actually usually hosts very important people.
Such as yourselves.
Exactly. So in this sense, it's a continuing, it's a fluidity that goes on.
And the last person I have to thank is actually Sarah, who without her, this would not have happened.
Thank you to be here, and I invite you to have a drink, to have some food. Yes. Thank you to Zayed, thank you Janet, and Karen. That was a big support, and I think it's very important to be. I was in Dubai for the first time recently, and it was an amazing experience. I think this is the most important thing. It's to join cultures, in this sense, the fluidity, the communication. You were here for the Premio Colomba, and you were speaking about the water and the fluidity of water. It's actually also through the words, through communication, through an exchange of inspiration, of creative expressions. I think this is the most important thing and tool in order to live together and to find a common ground to go on. Thank you very much to be here.
Enjoy the exhibition.
Thank you and welcome. Welcome to something.